everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm Kara Elizabeth, a 3-5 emotional manifestor, here to provide you with your weekly energetic weather report via human design, a system that combines aspects of astrology, the I Ching, the chakra system, and the Kabbalistic tree of life. Now, every human design journey begins with looking up your unique human design chart, and you can do that at www.myhumandesign.com. Transits are the specific energies that are present in the universe at any given moment. I go over the sun and earth, the sun being our main experience and the earth being how we're grounding in it. And each transit tends to hang around for about 6 days. Now, my goal is to provide you with a general cosmic heads up on how you can expect to feel, what you can expect to experience, and how to best navigate your week. So if you're ready to go, let's get started. All right, you guys, it is that time of the week again. The transits have officially shifted and we are moving into the sun experience of gate 12 and the earth experience of gate 11. So the 12, we are still transiting the throat center. So still super focused on communication this week, as we have been for I guess the past month and a half, going on 2 months now. We've been transiting the throat. So this is like a big thing, we are really focusing in on communication and building our skills in that area. And let's see. And then the earth is in gate 11, which comes out of the ajna. So I actually have that one defined in my chart. So I've got a little bit of experience with that one to share with y'all. So with that being said, let's just go ahead and get started. So the gate 12 coming out of the throat center, our main sun experience this week. Jenna Zoe labels this one as having the capacity to be deeply moved by life. So she says that you are someone with an ability to be deeply moved by art and drama, both in creativity and in life. So this is going to be all of us from now for the next 6 days or so. So then she continues, but no matter how messy your life feels to you, others will see you as moving through life in a charming and graceful way. You are here to be deeply moved by life and by art, and to transmit that to others, whether it's through your laughter, your tears, your expression of how things make you feel. Words and actions get through to people so much more when there is a heart connection behind them. So we've been taught that that's a less respectable way to be than being stoic and unemotional. But you have to know that when you fully surrender to the drama, the highs and the lows of your feelings, it is pure gold on you. And this grace and charm you're not even aware of is here to help others be attracted to you so that they can benefit from the wisdom of what you're expressing. So this is giving us the ability to just feel things deeply and communicate that and to share that with other people. So, and of course, by feeling things deeply, I don't just mean the good things. I mean everything. We are going to feel it at the deepest level possible this week through this energy. So let's see how we can make the most of it this week. And Jenna shares that wisdom, in our case this week, is not what you know, it's what you feel. There's no science or evidence to prove that what you're sharing is benefiting others, and you can't always see how it's benefiting others, especially not in the beginning when you don't think that it has any value. But know that most people are asleep in their lives because they don't feel. And when you fully feel, it helps them reconnect to their feelings by getting a taste of it through you. You're opening up other people's emotional body. Your reactions to things may be more deep or extreme than other people's, but that's because it has to be strong enough to shake other people up. So be prepared to witness others as well as yourself sharing either your extreme high moments, so like extreme moments of joy this week, or sharing like these extreme low moments and experiences. I have a feeling it's going to be either one extreme or another. There's probably not going to be much in between here, since this is such like a deep feeling type of energy. So she continues and says that you are someone, which is all of us this week, who has the capacity and bravery to be fully changed by a song, a heartache, and that makes others feel more alive. It also helps them open up their own hearts too. That lightness is here to help the expressing of deep things not feel so daunting or so heavy. There is a purity to us in this energy because we're not going to be able to dull our reactions to suit society. So we're still connected to the heart in a very pure way with this. So how we can flex this gift is by simply removing any judgment about being this way. And when you see it as a beautiful gift, that will be reflected as strength in whatever you put into the world, which will make others more likely to gravitate towards you. Now, where can we struggle here? And she says that this part of you makes you so pure, but make sure that it doesn't convince your ego that you are purer or more of a good person than others. They have their own ways that they are connected to purity. So you can also have a judgment over being too all over the place emotionally, because society values people who keep it all together. Just don't fall into that trap of being dulled by life. Be messy. Live in the emotions of life. Your sadness and your joy transform other people in a way that we so badly need. The journey into the heart is facilitated by people like you who are brave enough to put yours out there into the world. Now, I can tell you this, when she talks about just allow yourself to get messy, I can't stress that enough, because we were actually in this transit, or in this gate through a different transit. I don't know which one. I actually just heard that from my mentor today, and I did not ask where it was transiting. But we have had this through another planet. So it's been around for the last week, just kind of like lingering in the background along with our main experience. So we may have gotten quite a bit of the mess out last week, or we may not have. It may not have shown up for you in that way. But, okay, getting back to what I was saying. Just allow the mess. Like, I can tell you from personal experience, last week was super messy at the beginning. And I noticed that it started to clean up on about day 2 of last week's transit. So I would say definitely something shifted here, and it could have just been me surrendering to the mess. So if I can give you any advice or just anything to help you through this, is just surrender to whatever is coming up for you. And just know that, especially if it's like a challenging emotional experience that's coming up for you in this week, these next few days, just know that it's coming up for you so that you can create something better from it. Okay, like it's just something that may not be working anymore. And just surrender to the messiness of it all. And, if it's all like extreme joy for you, fucking share that shit with other people, okay? Like, especially now, especially through this transit, because other people are probably going to need your extreme joy and assistance in tapping into that, okay? Because it may be quite a difficult week for some. So now, let's move into the Earth transit. So this is where we're grounding. This is also one that I have, so I've got a little bit of experience here. So this is gate 11, and this is all about ideas, being an ideas person. So she says that gate 11 is a person who is constantly being flooded with new ideas, whether that be for products, services, or creations. You are given this gift to be a receiver of concepts and ideas from source, not just for yourself, but for others too. You can make a career out of this alone because the world is so in need of new, better products and services that will help create a more beautiful, happy, and well-functioning world. And these ideas don't come into your head as words, but they come in as abstract flashes of insight or images. And this is because ideas originate from the unseen world until someone like you picks them up or channels them into the world of the mind. You may not even realize this because you're able to translate them into fully formed concepts so easily. But know that your skill of translating energy into form is at work here. So you may assume that having ideas is the fun or the easy part. And doesn't everyone have them? The answer to that is actually no. Some people, for example, are amazing executors who are just dying for a damn good idea to turn into reality. So this is where, from my experience with this gate, is I constantly have new ideas. But then I also notice that I go through periods where I feel just completely dried up. It's almost like a writer's block type of feeling. You know, it's like I'm so used to having just idea after idea after idea come into my brain that it really is kind of jarring for me when that stops. Like when the mind chatter stops and I've got nothing. Like that is the most like weirdest fucking feeling to me is when that happens. And I actually just went through that this last transit. Like I finally was just like, you know what? I give up. You know, like you can't force an idea. And that's the main thing here with this gate. Like you cannot force yourself to have ideas. And, you know, you can't just like grasp for them and they show up. Like this is a space of surrender. You know, it's also like with our sun experience in gate 12 through the throat center that I just talked about. This is going to be a great week to practice the art of surrendering. Okay. Because this is another area where you're going to have to do it. To be able to open your mind up enough and create enough space for those ideas to flow in. Because like I said, if you're like so focused on like, well, I don't have any ideas and you're just grasping and trying to make it happen, it's not going to happen. You just got to let go because like that's what I did. Like I finally was just like, okay, I'm like completely fucking dried up. So let me just shift my focus elsewhere and not even worry about trying to create anything right now. And just, that's it. You know, like just stop, just let it go. And then sure as shit, no less than like 12 hours after I said that, I have like this idea to like create this happy text club. And I'm just like, oh, there it is. Like there was something to keep me busy, you know, to like give me an idea of something to create, something to do, something to keep me busy and keep me occupied. Because, you know, of course, like as a manifestor, I feel my best and I feel like I'm thriving the most when I can just like create and just create anything and everything that flows into my mind. And also knowing at the same time that everything that I'm creating, it's not just about me. You know, like if I put an idea out there, like, you know, like let's just use this most recent one as an example. So I put the Happy Text Club out there. I posted about it. I promoted it in every way that I could think of, right? And then now I just get to sit back and see, like, is it going to take off? Like, is anybody going to sign up for it? Is it going to go anywhere at all? Or was this idea actually just meant for me to put out there so somebody else could see it, take it, and run with it and create that for themselves, and it actually work for them? Like, you see what I'm saying? So it's like, yes, I put the idea out there. Yes, I created it. I put it out there. But at the same time, it still may not even be for me. We'll just have to, that is yet to be seen. We'll just have to wait and see where it takes off or how it manifests. But, I know that if it doesn't really go anywhere, then I just have to know and trust that that was for somebody else, and I just shared it in service to whoever took it. I just have to look at it like that. So anyways, moving on, let's see how she says to flex this gift. I'm curious to see if it matches up with how I feel like I utilize this energy the best. So she says 3 things. So the first thing is differentiate who the ideas are for. Don't pressure the ideas to come, and clear your mind. Okay, basically just do exactly what I just said. But let's see how she says it. So she'll probably say it's a little bit different. So let's just see how it lands, shall we? All right, so differentiate who the ideas are for. So sometimes the ideas that come are to do with you, your life, and your line of work, and other times they're totally unrelated. So to create the most success out of these ideas, start trying to tune in to which ones you think are for you to carry out and which ones are ideas that you can maybe give to others. Okay, well, that's cool. It's like, I'll just throw everything out there and give full permission. Any of you can take my ideas or take what I'm putting out there and use it as your own if it lights you up. I don't care, because that's the whole gift of this energy. It's and plus, none of my ideas are new, okay? Yes, they have my own unique energy and spin to them. But most of these ideas are just things that I have seen somebody else doing and I liked it. And I was like, I want to try that. I want to see if that feels good. Or, it's coming from this big pool of ideas that, a million other people could be doing, but they're not doing it with my energy. So it's that's why I just feel the need. I'm just well, I'm just going to share it and just see what happens. Going back to that, let's just share my idea and surrender to it. Either it's for me or it's for somebody else. To me, that's a win-win. So anyways, let's just move on. So then she says, don't pressure the ideas to come. There's a huge difference between ideas that come into your head spontaneously and organically versus pushing and forcing for an idea. You don't need to get ideas. You just need to be clear enough for them to come to you. Bonus points if you don't get attached to any of them. Okay. Hope you're listening to me. If you missed it, go back, rewind. All right. Clear your mind. The more clear and empty your mind is, the more available it becomes to download a constant stream of concepts. The practice of unbusying your mind, removing distractions and negative thought loops, will make this gift flow into you so much better. Okay, so do you see how this is totally supporting? This is the energy we're grounding in. Remember that. We're grounding in this gate of ideas. And then our main experience is the 12, which is experiencing these deep emotional highs and lows, and just, it's all about depth, okay? And, whereas it's kind of a crapshoot as to how you're going to experience that this week. But as you can see, you can ground through clearing your mind, removing distractions and negative thought loops. And that's when you can tap into this major source of creativity. Not that the gate 12 is not creative enough in its own right, but this right here It's helping you ground into that. So I love this. Oh my God, I literally live for this shit. It never ceases to amaze me. So now, where can we struggle in this energy? Where can we struggle to ground? And that is by doubting the validity or potential of these ideas. So it's common for ideas people to think that ideas are silly, have no potential, or aren't going to go anywhere, or are unrealistic. So they start to think that there's no point in doing anything about them. What you need to know, though, is that these ideas don't come from you. They come through you from source. So even if you dismiss yourself as an unrealistic dreamer, these ideas don't come from that side of you. They are created by source energy and the divine. There are millions of fully formed ideas surrounding us at all times, just waiting for someone that they can drop into, and your gift is to be a particularly good landing strip for them. So when you don't see the specialness of receiving ideas, you don't do anything with them. So when you don't get these ideas out, they fester inside and create a blocked energy. Blocked energy then leads to fewer new ideas being dropped into you. And so then you can start to feel stagnant and uninspired. But trust the images and concepts that come to you and know that they came to you for a reason. And they are part of your service to this world. Love, love, love that. So receiving ideas is so special. They're coming to you for a reason. And okay, just take me as a prime example. I feel like I'm always throwing shit out there. Sometimes it's random, sometimes it's not. I've been trying to do what she says here and hone in to okay, what is my focus? What do I enjoy the most? Let's take those ideas and put them out there. Let's take the ideas that actually fit my brand, quote unquote brand, a little more, Kara, let's reel it in. So it's I've been trying to do that, but just use me as an example. Think of how much, especially if you've known me for a long time, think of how many fucking ideas I've thrown out there. Think of how many that were probably, most of you were thinking God, that is so stupid. Because if you were thinking it, I'm probably thinking it too. No worries. But it's just think of how many stupid ideas I've put out there over the years that just have not worked. Think about, just think about that, and think about how much space I allow myself to take up by doing that. I can't say that I don't care what other people think, because that would be a lie. I very much do care. I internalize everything. So that's just something that I struggle with, but I don't allow it to stop me. Even though it creates a lot of anxiety for myself sometimes. But it's if I could give you any advice, especially this week in this energy, in this transit, put your ideas out there into the world. Just create something for creation's sake. Who gives a shit if it's, quote unquote successful or not? What is success anyways, right? We each have our own definition of that. To me, at this point in my life, success for me is just putting my ideas out there into the world, and instead of keeping them to myself or being too scared to do that, just do it. Be foolish, make a fool out of yourself. Who cares? Seriously. Just put it out there, because you never know. You could just think, oh my God, this is the silliest thing, but then still put it out there, and then, it take off and you make $1 million bucks off of it. It's anything could happen here. So that would be my my ending advice to you on this transit episode this week, is just take any stupid idea that you've got and put it out there and just see what happens. Just experiment with it. Of course, third line here telling you to experiment, but go figure. That's kind of my job, right? So just experiment, see what happens, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I'll see you next time.